Okay, you are in the kitchen with Jelly 007, and tonight on the menu, peach cobbler. And I mean very impressive peach cobbler that's as simple to make as it gets. And I promise you, when you see what I do with this probably around $5 worth of ingredients, you're gonna love it. And I promise you, I guarantee that. It is very good. I'm from the South, I've ate peach cobbler all my life. You're not gonna get much better than that. I don't care how much time you spend. And this right here has everything you need in it already. The flour, the baking powders, the nutmegs and cinnamons. They don't tell you what's in it, but I can tell by tasting it's got some of that in it. So I'm gonna get this started, bring y'all around here and show you how I'm gonna do it. So y'all hold on and I will be right back. Okay, so right quick, here's what I have. It's actually fruit cobbler mix made by Louisiana, and you can put any type fruit in there you want, or it says add fresh or canned fruit. I found, and now although peaches are coming out, the fresh peaches are coming out before long, these right here are really hard to beat. They're Freestone, yellow Freestone peaches, and that's something really important right here. You need whatever, if you buy canned peaches, make sure you get them in heavy syrup. So that's what I'm using, peaches in heavy syrup. And then this peach cobbler, or this fruit cobbler mix that you can put whatever type you want in there. Very simple directions. You heat the Ninja. Now I do change this recipe just a little bit, the temperatures and the times, but all we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up this butter right here at the fork. We're gonna cut it up and put it in this pan I have there. I'm gonna show you that in just a second. And then while that's preheating to 350, because it says 375 on here. Now I don't go by the directions on the package. I had to alter it for the Ninja. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'll cut them up and put them in there. It probably doesn't matter. You probably don't have to. And then we're going to set this back in there, or actually it'll be in here with the butter in it. I'm going to preheat it to 350 degrees for 5 minutes. Well, while that's preheating, I'm going to open this up, put it in here, pour that milk on it. And by the way, that's 2% milk. That's what I always use because that's what we always have, and it works fantastic. I'm going to mix this up, pour that in there. Once this preheats to 350, pour it into that pan on top of that butter. Open this can of peaches, pour them in there, move them around a little bit, which you're all going to see all this in just a minute, so there's no need in me telling it. I'm fixing to show you. This is really simple, and it is excellent. Y'all hold on. I'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, the butter's in there, and that's a Ninja pan that I ordered from them, but anything that's oven proof or Pyrex or something that'll handle 350 degrees, you can use. Obviously, it'll fit in there. So I'm gonna press bake roast. Oh yeah, you have to shut the lid. Bake roast, I'm gonna take it down to 350 degrees, and then I'm gonna set the time for 5 minutes, and that's just to preheat and to melt that butter. All right, now, in just a minute, as soon as that gets down to around, I don't know, 2 minutes or so, I'll go ahead and mix this cobbler in here, but I don't want to mix it now. I'm just going to wait it right till the last minute. That's how I did it before, and it worked great. So hold on, be right back. Okay, so we're right at 2 minutes. I'm going to open the bag. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. You can. I'm just going to open this bag up, and common sense and just what it says on there. And as you can see, this is what I mean by, yeah, you can mix your own, but they've got a pretty good recipe right here. I really think they do. And it's got, you can see it's more than just flour and baking soda. It's got some cinnamons, maybe nutmeg, whatever, you know. But all you do is pour this in here and mix that up. And I just do it a little at a time, but I mean, I just want to show you the consistency when I get it all the way done. And it's going to need all the milk. It's 2/3 of a cup. And we're coming up on 1 minute and 27 seconds, so there's no need to hurry. And it has some really good looking sugars and all in it. I mean, it's a good looking mix. I like it. It's got a great smell. Again, I mean, you can make your own, but it's really no different than pouring it out of that bag. By the way, I got that at Walmart, and I think a lot of people carry it, and of course you can get it online. So I'll be back when that gets down another minute. Now hold up. Okay, so I'm going to let it come down and go through its cool down cycle, just because it does. Make sure that's mixed real well. One more time. And now all we're gonna do, well, I may need this to get it to come out of there. You can see though, the butter's melted, of course. Everything looks good. All we're gonna do is pour this right on top of that. And it is as simple as it sounds, and just kind of get it out, scrape it all out of there best you can. And I'm telling you, one of the things about this is I call it Cobbler Gravy, and it makes really good, the fillings that are in there on top of the crust, and all works well. And it has like a dumpling texture internal, and it's got that, what I'm referring to as the gravy. Set that in the sink. Now the next step is this right here, and it's as simple as that right here. And just kind of move them, mix them up, pour them around, is easy, you know, common sense. And then maybe you want to knock these down a little bit to make sure they're kind of submerged and spread out. And that is all there is to it. I'm not going to do much more to it. So it's really that simple. Now you close it again, and I always turn them all the way off to where I know where I'm starting from. Now I'm going to go back, bake roast again to 350, and then I'm going to set it for 1 hour. And I know it's not going to take that long, but I'm going to sneak a peek all the time and watch it. And I did this not long ago, and I don't remember where I turned it off at, but we'll know in a minute, and that'll give you an idea about how long it needs. So it's not going to need an hour, but we're going to, like I said, sneak a peek, and when it starts to look like what I want, we'll turn it off and take that pan out. But we'll let that happen. We'll look at it again in maybe 15, 20 minutes, just see how it's doing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so right quick, for the record, let's look at it around 15 minutes, and you can see it's already browning up. We don't want to leave that open long because it'll start to fall pretty quick, and we don't want it to do that. We want it to cook for at least another, well, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It's not going to be in there much longer, but anyhow, y'all hold up. Okay, so we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, which is, probably should note that moment, because as you can see, it's really close. And matter of fact, I'm going to let that run just a second while I'm going to say at 38. So that'd be 22 minutes. And the Ninja, even at 350, it cooks way faster than your oven. So you got to keep that in mind. Don't go by the directions on the package. It's a super convection oven. That's what it is. So anyhow, we're going to pull it out in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, I said about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't want the crust getting any browner than that. And that's actually perfect. Now, if you'll note where it's at, you'll see it's going to fall a little bit once we pull it out. But I'm going to get it out of that heat. We're going to pull it out of there. Whoops, about knocked the camera over. And set it out here because it's done. All we got to do is lift this trivet up, which obviously I had the trivet in. Well, you have to turn the Ninja off if you're going to close the lid, or it'll try and fire back up. So we're going to give that about 5 minutes, and we're going to eat some of it. Y'all hold up. Okay, so there it is after actually about 10 minutes, and it didn't fall like it did last time I did it. So I guess every time's a little bit different, but it's time to get some of this out. Now I'll say this is probably servings for 4, maybe 5 people, depending on, you know, what kind of eaters you have. But listen to this. I mean, that crust is just like it sounds, kind of chewy. And you'll see what I mean by the gravy, or what I'm calling gravy. And there it is. Let me see. I say you can see it. Let's look. I think you can. Whoops, I just spun the camera around. In fact, the lighting's not exactly like I'd like it. How about that? There's what I mean by the gravy. And I don't really know the proper term for that, but that'll do. I'm going to get just a little bit more and kind of give you an idea of what a serving looks like. And then I'm actually going to put some of that ice cream on it and sit down and eat it in front of y'all. So, but there you go. I mean, I mean, get it near my microphone. That is, it's excellent, man. I'm telling you, I really don't think homemade is going to get much better than that. And yeah, I'll stop at that. I'm gonna get some ice cream on there and I'll be right back. All right, I don't know what else to say other than you may make your own, you may have a better recipe, but I'm impressed with the Louisiana, and here you go. And that's after that ice cream's been in there for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's so hot, it's burning that ice cream up, but you know what that's gonna be. Very good. Now the thing is, this is something else I'd like to, if I can get this across, is that right there. I promise you, that is as good as any I've ever had. And I promise that, and I mean it. And and I will, again, guarantee it. The crust, I don't know if you can hear it on the mic, it is chewy. I mean, it's got a good chew. I mean, I've had some before that's as good, that grandmother's or somebody's aunt made or something. It's just, it's all it needs to be. I'll put it like that. And it is as simple and cheap as you get. And again, what you think looks bad? I mean, if you got that pan that everybody knows you took out of the freezer and heated up, and you can kind of tell, or that right there. And for somewhere around $5, I didn't do that math. I didn't do the math. I don't even know. Maybe $6. We'll go $6. It's not going to get much cheaper than that, and it ain't going to get much better than that. The Ninja FOODI and Louisiana Cobbler mix is absolutely A-OK. Thanks for watching my video. Y'all come back to see me. I'm gonna try and get some more of these quick and easy recipes. That's what this is. And I mean, there's fresh peaches, as I said, coming. They're almost in season. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna do I've got some recipes. I've never done them in the Ninja because I hadn't had it during the summer. But I guarantee you, this will be part of it. I got a feeling. It might be better than my recipe. Hate to say that, but it's the truth. Y'all come back to see me. Thanks very much for watching. Love y'all. Bye.